Hey everyone, welcome back to Garnock Reviews. I'm often asked if I could keep any boat from my YouTube channel, which one would I keep? And I can honestly say the Great Harbour N37 would be a high up that list. This particular one is a 2008 and she's up for sale in Jacksonville, Florida, and she has an asking price of $398,000. I really love the accommodation on this one, but she's 43 foot in length. She's got a beam of 16 feet. She's got a draft of 3 feet. She's very easy to take around a Great Loop, but she's so easy to handle and operate single-handed. This is a low maintenance boat, the ease of access. You can have bow thruster, you got twin diesels, and of course this one's got the Flybridge. Cruising speed, you're looking at around 7 knots, and at that you can have a 1500 nautical mile range thanks to 300-gallon fresh water tank, 500-gallon fuel tank, and 100-gallon holding tank capacity. And this model's also got an extended bathing platform. You can see that boarding ladder, which is really easy to get in and out from the water, but also from the sports tender, which is stored up on the Flybridge. And in this case, you're looking at a 10-foot aluminum rib with a 15 horsepower Yamaha outboard, and that outboard's got less than 20 hours on the clock. There's multiple access points for boarding, which makes it really easy, not only alongside the pontoon, but if you are going to do the Great Loop and you're going through docks and lock gates, you're really going to feel the benefit. Really wide decks. All the fittings are off to the side so you don't trip on it. It's got non-slip deck material. You've got handrails to keep you safe and secure. And then you can see it's really easy to make your way up to the bow for your bow lines, but also for the electric windlass. And this windlass has got two anchors. You've got a delta anchor, and this has got approximately 250 feet of chain. And then you've got a Danforth anchor with 200 feet of chain. And I'll show you as we get up to the Flybridge, but everything up top drops down, so you don't need to worry about bridge clearance. And in front of the windows, right on the deck, you'll notice that these are actually storage boxes, which is a great way for keeping things like your bow lines, window covers, and something similar. You've got side door access from the helm, again making this really easy for single-handed operation. I like the dark windows that's on this one. Protects everything on the inside, gives you a little bit of privacy as well. And then as you make your way around, you'll see that the aft cockpit. This has got that large overhang from the Flybridge, so it's pretty much sheltered in here as well. Ease of access to that bathing platform. And then you've got the lazarette down below, as well as a shower for whenever you come back in from the water. And this one's got a Flybridge. Not all of the N37s have that, but this one does, with the deck crane and the tender stored up here, so that way you don't need to worry about towing it or hanging out in the back on davits. And then you'll also notice there's been a lot of upgrades up here. All the soft furnishings have been replaced, the bimini cover's been replaced. There's storage underneath those seats. They're really comfortable. You got a very comfortable helm seat, and the helm seat is pretty much dead center on the boat. So when you're sitting at the helm or standing at the helm, you get such great visibility, both for when you want to go cruising, but also for doing your close quarter maneuvering. Just look at that view for when you want to go cruising. And if you are going to tackle something like the Great Loop, this is a perfect boat for it, because you're never going to want to return home. And I like the fact that you can easily seat, I'm going to guess probably about 6, 7, maybe even 8 adults up here in comfort. So that way you can keep your friends and family close at hand. And as I mentioned before, everything up here is on hinges. So that way you can drop down this radar arch, you can drop down the bimini cover. And this radar arch also has lights built into it, perhaps for relaxing up on here while you're at anchor and enjoying a nice meal. And again, I mentioned everything's about low maintenance. I really like how easy it is to drop everything down. That way it'd be really simple for a husband and wife team to do this together without having to get any professional help. But when you step into the lower accommodation, that's when you really feel like you're home. I really like all that light colour that they've got on the woodwork, and also all the different soft furnishing material. We've got those large windows giving you plenty of light and visibility, and most of them are opening as well, so you get fresh air when you want it. And to starboard, you've got a settee berth. Again, there's storage underneath this as well. You get different lockers and drawers. They've all got that push button mechanism. But this one actually converts where it turns into like bunk bed, but you've got a great watch berth up here. So whether you want to do passage making or whether you want to do anchor watch, this is a really great setup for that. And if you were to lay here, it's raised up so that you're basically in level with the windows. You get perfect visibility, but you've also got visibility of all your electronics and instrumentation. And if you do want to use this for liveaboard use, very few boats of this size can offer as much storage as this one does. Every time you can find somewhere that you can turn into a locker, drawer or cabinet, they have done that. And opposite on the port side, you'll notice that this one has, as well as having a storage underneath, it's got the cockpit table that opens up, and that's got the leaves to make it larger, but it also drops down and this converts to a double berth. You're going to seat, I'm going to guess 4, maybe 5 adults here in comfort, and when these leaves open out, not only is it a great spot for having your favourite meal on board, but it's also a good place if you ever wanted to do your paper charts when you need more room. And you've got plenty of light here, both from the artificial side, from the lights overhead, to all those wraparound windows. And another feature that I like with the N37 is the fact that opposite the helm, you've got really comfortable seating. I picture this being a husband and wife team, and I like the fact that you can keep your partner close by. They've also got plenty of comfort and room. They've also got all this space for plotting your course. And the Great Harbour N37 has been rebranded as N40, but this is still under construction. But as you can see here, this particular model is less than half price compared to a new build. So you're going to save both time and money with this well-equipped brokerage example. Moving over to starboard, as I mentioned before, you've got that side door access. I like the setup at the helm where you can sit down in comfort, but you can also stand up depending on what you prefer. And if you are sitting down, you'll notice there's a little ledge that you can drop down for your feet. This is where you're going to find the AC and DC controls and your breaker panels. And it is both because you've got an 8 kilowatt generator on board. And that generator's got approximately 740 hours since it went through a major rebuild in 2024. This one's powered by twin Yanmar. You got your full engine instrumentation, your bow thruster control, the controls for the searchlight. It's got the upgraded electronics. It's got the Garmin multifunction display. Above that, you've also got the Garmin VHF radio. You got your stereo, you got your toggle switches, and then the Garmin autopilot. And before I move on to further forward on the boat, as I mentioned before, storage is a premium in any boat, especially this size, and none will beat the N37. In the main saloon, there's a hatch that opens up, and when you come down here, just look how much storage space you have. You can do so much within here. There's seat cushions in here. They've got all sorts of storage boxes and totes, and it's all clearly labelled, and this will all come with the boat whenever it's sold. And then if you pan around to the other side, you'll see you've got your ropes, you've got different cables. It's even got a spare anchor, a spare prop. Extra fenders down here. There's so much different options that you can do. It's all easily accessible. It's not as if it's going to be crammed away and forgotten about. But if you wanted to live aboard full time, if you wanted to do passage making, name another boat of this size or similar that can offer just as much storage as this. And then moving further forward, I'll take you down into the lower accommodation. And in most boats, I'd get any trouble if I ever said it was a kitchen, but whenever I step on board the N37, it never feels like a galley. You've got so much countertop space, but you've also got household appliances. It's the same microwave that you're going to find in an apartment or home. You get the full height American fridge freezer with a water and ice maker on the door. You can make all your favourite meals on board. And as well as having different storage lockers, drawers, cabinets, you've got opening portholes for light, ventilation. And you can see all that countertop space. You get double sink as well. You got the microwave oven, and this even has Bluetooth notifications. You got a 4-burner electric stovetop. And everything's got the push button lock mechanism, so it's all safe and secure. Got the wide doors as well, so it makes it easier for getting the larger items, your bigger pots and pans, your trays, things like that. There's also different access hatches that you can use that's on the deck. That leads into the bilges, but you can put storage containers in there for things like your dry goods. You've got like a little breakfast bar on this side, but you've even got full laundry facilities on board. This one's got a built-in washer dryer, so that way no matter where you're at, you're always going to have clean clothes, fresh towels and fresh linens. This really is home from home when you're on board. And on the bow is where you're going to find the owner's stateroom. And this has got a full island queen berth, so it's going to be easily accessible from either side. But again, look at all the storage options that's been built into this cabin. Up overhead, you've also got a large hatch, and that's got that clever blind setup where you can have it where it's total darkness, you can have it with a mesh screen, or you can have it completely open and let both the light and fresh air in. I got a flat screen TV mounted up on the bulkhead. Again, notice the opening portholes too. But if I open these doors into the lockers, just look how much space we have in here. It's not as if you're going to be cramming everything in. So everything you ever wanted to do for cruising or live aboard use, this is the one to consider. And it's pretty much the same on both sides. But you'll also notice that there's drawers underneath the bed. And then again, you can see those hatches on the deck that lead into the bilges that you can put storage containers into. And then for the heads compartment, you've got the shower, the toilet and the sink. Plenty of headroom and plenty of room in general. You've got no issues for using that at all. And plenty of storage in here for your toiletries and personal belongings. Even the mirror itself has got the push button mechanism because it's like a medicine cabinet behind it. And as a head aft, we've got one more cabin to go into. And this looks like at face value that it's a settee, but if you pay close attention, you'll notice there's storage underneath, but there's also a little wooden guide on either side. That's because this slides forward. The cushion that you see as the backrest drops down and this becomes another double berth. So all in, you're looking at a total of 4 berths in the saloon if you want. You've got 2 berths in here and 2 in the forward stateroom. So you've got a boat that's roughly 40 feet in length that sleeps 8 in comfort. But as well as having different storage lockers, drawers and cabinets in here, the real gem with this cabin is the door behind me. Can you think of any other boat on the market today at this size, at this price point, where if I open the door and tell you you've got full height walk-in engine room access? This is twin diesel and a generator, fully air conditioned boat, but look how easy it is to access everything, whether you want to do any major upgrades, day-to-day servicing, checks, whatever you want. Name another boat that's got as much space as this. So in here you're going to be looking at a pair of Yanmar. They're 4JH4E diesel engines. These are approximately 54 horsepower each. They've got around 3,300 hours on the clock. And as I mentioned earlier, you're going to have around 7 knot cruising speed with a 1,500 nautical mile range. These are well maintained engines, but it's a very clean engine room in general. You don't see any signs of water, fuel, oil, but you do have access for doing all your different servicing. All your filters are easily accessible. This even has a fuel polishing system installed. And then this one also comes equipped with a sea chest for all the through hulls and water raw water strainers were added for both the main engines, the generator and the AC pump last year. And that battery bank that you see, all the batteries have been replaced within the past couple of years. But this boat basically just needs your personal belongings, stock up the galley, top up the tanks and head on out. Even got your craftsman's tool chest. That way you keep all your tools. And then you see those trays with spares, got anodes and things like that. It's a fantastic setup. And then there you've got your generator as well. I can't think of any other boat of this size or this price point that offers as much as what this one does. In this particular example, they've even got a chart overhead telling you all the hours that everything's either been serviced or due to service. And just one little testament for the maintenance schedule that's been on board. I'd like to thank Joe for the opportunity to come on board and check this one out. I'm going to leave a link in the description to both the Yacht World listing for this exact boat, but also to Great Harbour's website in general. I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments on this one. If you can leave a comment down below, it'd be much appreciated. If you haven't done so already, hit that like and subscribe button. It really does make a difference. And I look forward to catching you on the next one. Thanks everyone.